If this movie did have only one positive takeaway, I think it is that his favorite movie was Roman Holiday. That is a good positive. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on channel once again. Hi, I'm Eli Valentine. Today we're talking Passengers. Let's cut straight to the chase here. Very much disappointing. But before we get dive on in, if you don't know, Passenger is directed by the same guy who did do the autopsy of ANJ. And the movie goes as follows. A few weeks into their van life adventure, a young couple witnesses an accident that leaves the driver dead. Soon they are being pursued by a demonic stalker who's impossible to outrun and follows them wherever they go. I'm not sure who edited the trailer, who made that trailer, but they deserve so much money because that trailer did this movie way better than it was. If you haven't seen it already, the co-opening, which was great, was the trailer for the most part, pretty much, and that was amazing. The rest of this film, however, it just wasn't it. Now, is this the worst movie I've ever seen? No. Is it good though? No. And it doesn't help that this movie is being sandwiched by Obsession and Backrooms. It's not a good time to be releasing a horror movie in between those, and especially when it's bad. It's just not a good look. The idea of this movie where it takes place on a highway, where it's situational horror, where this could very much happen to you driving on a late night. It scares me. I don't know. I feel like the eeriness of a dark streets, 3 in the morning. It's quiet outside, a little bit of your car is playing, and something happens. That's terrifying to me. Similar to the idea of The Strangers, where something so ordinary could be the most terrifying stuff. And I don't think, besides from a great co-opening, this movie did not play into that at all, unfortunately. If the co-opening was the whole vibe, the whole movie, and the whole movie took place over one night for a few hours, I would have preferred that way more because, like I said, the eeriness of and the atmosphere of late night roads, that's creepy to me. I feel like even creepier than the concept of The Strangers. To me, it's so much empty road. It's eerie to me. It's very creepy to me. Like I said, this movie did not capitalize on that at all. Even with the tagline of the movie, I thought was great. It was like, well, let me pull it up real quick. 130 million people take roaches every year, and then over 154,000 that were never seen again. That tagline right there I feel like it was amazing. The marketing overall, I feel like was great for this. It just in the movie itself, I'm not sure what happened. Editing, I don't know what it was. The trailer, amazing as well, but it did not work here, man. It just didn't. This movie, it feels outdated, like 15 to 10 years old. The way the overlines on some of these tropes, the overlines on a lot of these jump scares and everything. Like I said, when you have a movie so original like the Obsession coming out recently, and then you got Backrooms, it feels very unoriginal. It feels like a Netflix movie. Not in a bad way, but sort of in a bad way. It feels like a Netflix movie. It feels like an Amazon Prime movie. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Like I said, is this the best movie ever? No. I mean, is this the worst movie ever? Absolutely not. I've seen worse horror movies, but it feels very unoriginal. The tension and the pace of the movie just did not work for me at all. Like I said, if this took place over one night, I feel like that would have made this movie completely better. Because you would see this identity, this demon, whatever you want to call it, let's go with a demon here. You would see this demon throughout the movie so much. By the end of it, you're not scared of this thing at all, since you've seen it on the screen so much. This a demon thing, whatever you want to call it, identity demon, whatever. You see it so much on the screen throughout the movie. By the end of it, you're not terrified of it. The build up to the scene, it didn't work for me. I do think there are times when movies where they was building and building, but it would just stop, and then it would be the van. I thought the van life stuff was very interesting. Actually, I thought that was cool. I thought that was modern because a lot of people are on the road on their vans. So I thought that was kind of cool a little bit. I don't know. And shout out to Melissa Leo. To me, the MVP of the movie by far. There's not much to take away, but shout out to her. She's easily the best thing about this movie. I thought she was great at this. She was not on screen much, maybe 10 minutes total screen time. I don't know, but she was great in the time she was in the movie. I might be bugging or I'm forgetting. I don't know, but I feel like it was country music being played a couple times. A lot of different music was being played here, and I don't know. For the pacing and the timing of the movie just took me out, especially with some of the music choices that was being played. And coming from a movie like the Autopsy of Jane Doe, where you're just in this one little spot and the atmosphere and the build, the tension is so strong. Passengers does none of those things at all. And I feel like a concept with Passengers where where it's eerie. It's 3, 4 in the morning. It's a big empty road. There's so much terror in that. Similar with the strangers, where this could happen to you. Some way, somehow, this could happen to you. And I think that concept to a lot of people is terrifying, and they did not capitalize on that at all. And spoilers here. Speaking about the ending of this movie, I don't know how, but somehow it became nighttime. I don't know how, but somehow in the movie, out of nowhere, it became night. I don't know how that happens. All of a sudden, did they explain it? No, I guess that demon god like that. I don't know, but out of nowhere, it's fucking nighttime. And did have some religious stuff in here as well, which was kind of interesting a little bit there. The ending to me was just way too neat, way too nice, way too simple for me. Me personally, I would have preferred it if they was both, lost here and they ended up on the wall as well. I do prefer that ending. I do prefer it Final Destination style where they don't survive it. But that's just me personally. And like I said, just felt very generic. And it's very uninspiring to me at all here. The over reliance on the jump scares, it just didn't work for me here. Like I said though, is it the worst movie ever? Absolutely fucking not. My biggest pro of the movie has been, like I said, Melissa Leo here. The opening was great. I think the co-opening was great. If the tone or the whole movie was like the co-opening set in one long night, I feel like that was done way better. I feel like the best example of a movie where it's those eerie dark roads at 3 to 4 in the morning. I think the best examples of that is a movie like Dead End, where it's the family and everything, and it's that creepy. It's creepy to me. I love Dead End actually. I should rewatch that actually. Or even the Supernatural episodes where it's just a couple of car episodes where it's like late night middle road. My point is, it has been done before where the atmosphere is amazing, and I feel like Passengers definitely missed the opportunity here. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Follow the Instagram reels, follow the TikTok, we post daily over there now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm back rooms this week. It should be great. I'm excited for that. But until next time, I'm out of here. He who. Down on myself, hope you're doing well. I've been honestly going